Hit it, Bobby. Hey everybody, you're listening to the Hisessions Hawaii podcast, where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm John Yamasato, your host. Joining me today is Mr. Kyle Shibabukuro.
How's it?
Devon Nekoba.
Why are you talking so quiet?
Because, well, I don't want to overshadow the music.
No, just talk, John.
Before we begin, let me remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Hisessions. You can go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, review the show, and of course, you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com. That's beautiful. If you'd like to help the show and get more music on the channel, please go to patreon.com and donate. There you get more involved with the show and help determine who and what is filmed. We don't have a new patron.
Oh.
I was wrong.
Okay.
But I'd like to send a special shout out to Jeremy Cheng, who is he's been on the show, he's been on the music show, he's been on the podcast. Mm-hmm. We have, we split some of our revenue with the artists, depending on what we're doing. He donated it all back to the Hisessions.
No way.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, just to keep everything
Jeremy's
going.
made a lot of money. Good man.
We'd like to thank Kupukupu Landscape Architects, one of our sponsors. You can call Kevin Yokomura 808-722-8685 for a free estimate, or you can go to kupukupulandscaping.com, check out anything for your landscaping needs. Go to Fort Ruger Market. I got to do something other than Rugerlicious at this point. I think
Y'all grew it?
Well, I mean, I've had it like 8 weeks in a row.
It's been a staple.
So just spread your wings, man.
Yeah, but you had the fried chicken today. How was it?
It's good. They chopped it up for me.
What they asked?
I noticed that. I was like, what's up with that?
Yeah,
I don't get chopped up fried chicken. I just don't want a big piece of chicken.
They know you just shove it all in your mouth one time.
That's true. That's a good point.
So Kyle went with the fried chicken.
Yeah.
You can find Devon, Kumu 94.7. Find Kyle at highlifeclothing.com. This time we'd like to introduce our guest, Mr. Bobby Moderow.
Yeah.
Slacky Master.
Ah, jeez. It's so good seeing you guys. I've missed you
What
guys.
a beautiful introduction, John.
You are.
I just thought it was funny because all I was like, hi. This is John Yamasato. I was like, what is wrong with
it just
you,
puts
man?
you in that mood, man.
It is setting the mood.
I felt it, man.
It really did.
I felt it.
Bobby is our most requested guest to come back.
Oh
so
my goodness gracious!
People love you, Bobby.
I love people.
That's
true.
true.
And to me, it's a huge thing being able to connect. I mean that's why we all do what we do. No matter what we do in this life, you have to connect with people to get to the other side.
Speaking of huge, bro, are you lifting?
I was
Is
telling
it
you,
a
what do you
roll?
got here?
What is going on,
Guys.
bro?
No.
Like,
look.
no, I mean, you got your arm draped over your guitar. Nobody's going, gun show.
No,
what's going
gun
on?
show. Look, I'm getting old. I wanted to get back in the gym, through high school.
Okay, I think you're good.
You're making Devin look bad.
I know, man.
No.
That's all. Because this video is all four of us in a shot, right? So you got like big buff Bobby Moderow over there, and then you got
He's the only guy here that can get away wearing a tank top.
I know, we're like sideways.
No.
We're like side angle on
I
this
didn't
shot,
know
and
it was
I'm
going to
like,
be a video. I didn't know, and that's.
thanks.
But it's
I should put that in the email, I guess.
What?
yeah.
That
yeah.
It's
By the
on
way,
video.
it's gonna be
By
on
the
there.
way,
I figure. I thought most people would try to like Google us before they come on, but I guess they don't.
Bobby, come on.
Yeah,
But I did. I now thinking back, I remember. But whatever. It's all good, right? I mean,
it's fine.
it all works out really well.
I'm just gonna turn towards the camera.
The last time we did record, you never know. And then you ran into the car, grabbed on a lost shirt, and came back
That's
out.
right.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
That's right.
This time, if I ran back to the car, I just would have to leave.
Head pot fire.
Okay, but so are you doing a weightlifting regimen? Are you
Yes,
running?
I did run through the pandemic. No gym. You couldn't really do anything. So, luckily, I live in an area no hills. Hawaii kind of whole area, so it's flat. So I would do like a 5K. And I ran. My best run was like a 9:30 mile. And that's I'm not like from Zimbabwe or anything, but I get out there and I was pretty fast.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast. Yeah. So, but then, on a good day, 11:30 a mile, just take my time and just to get your heart going.
Yeah.
But 3 miles, it it's far.
Yeah.
It's far. So but it works out really because it's all flat. And I haven't done it in a while because then I went to the gym. The gym reopened. Go in and my daughter's boyfriend, is St. Louis High boy, Danny, and he's 6'1", 6'2", big kid, football player from St. Louis High. He's 25. Oh, Uncle Bobby, I'll go with you to the gym. I'm like, okay. So I gotta show him. You know, so yeah. And if I push too hard, and I bust my olos, I don't care. I already had my kids. I don't need any more kids. So I don't care if I bust them. So I pile on the weight and I let him lift it. If I cannot lift it, he lifts it. So I thank God I have someone to help me get out of trouble.
Bro, seriously, like you gotta change out all your shirts or what?
No.
Are you sure?
No. It's not. I'm not. Look, it's to keep my core going and you know wherever I'm at the Elks. I'm at and they all you show up with your tank top. I kind of shake a little bit. I get good tips, bro. So I think that helps. I haven't graduated to the garter belt yet, but as far as doing what I do, it does help. So I'm very. Hey, you gotta do bite, scratch, and claw, huh? Bite, scratch, and claw.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So,
Man.
Well, and benefit for your wife too. So
It's noticeable. Yeah, you look good, man.
Jeez.
yeah, man.
We can. Next one meeting, we should all go. We'll all go to the gym.
I'll go to the gym.
Yeah, we'll all
I'm
go
down.
to the Dev.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I'm good. If you want to run around the lake while I walk around the lake, I'm more than happy to do
Walk
that.
around the lake.
So you're doing a 9-minute mile. I'm doing like a 30-minute mile.
30
It's
minutes.
fine.
He's been going to the gym.
That's good.
I've been going, yeah.
That's good.
It's
So
hard
where
to
do
tell.
you go?
See, on
Club.
John, it's hard to tell, but he really.
Because I live right there, so I just run there and then I do my thing and I run
That's
home.
great. Yeah, and it's right there. I used to be there. My daughters learned how to swim there.
Yeah.
Oahu Club. Yeah,
Everybody
kids.
learns. They used to have the 30-foot diving board back when I was little.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is, almost 40 years ago. But one of the things they made you do is they made you jump off that.
Really?
They would never be able to do that today.
Wow.
Just for what
So
reason?
it was just
to
swim
torture?
lessons. So like
Part of your swim lessons is
just
jump off
throw-
the high board?
No, they would.
Yeah.
They wouldn't throw you
They
off.
wouldn't throw you
No,
off.
they would.
Throw you
I mean,
off.
no, I don't know. No, I don't know. I never went because is that where you learn how to swim?
yeah, that's where I learned how to swim.
Wow.
Well, and then I learned how to do like this. If you ever like got capsized in the middle of the ocean,
Oh, how
how you
Blow up your shirt.
Oh, yeah,
reserve
you
your
float.
Yeah.
whatever, preserve
Yeah.
your energy and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So you learn all of.
But at the end, they made me jump off that. Well, I shouldn't say made. I think if I
Yeah,
really
it-
didn't want to, they weren't gonna push me
cattle
off.
prod.
They
Yeah.
taught you how for blow up your pants and use them as a life preserver.
No.
Wait,
It was
I never know about
it's
that.
more
Yeah,
like
you
you-
take off you tie the ends and you get the water and then you blow it up, you put it around and you float.
No way. I never even know how. Wow.
You should learn that, bro.
Bruh,
yeah.
you was learning from the wrong swim teacher.
I know.
I
The
teach you how.
problem is Carl never wears pants, so he's screwed.
Yeah, I'll drown.
The boat kept starting
Shot.
For sure. Around.
Ooh, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay, but so we were talking outside. Sorry to change the subject,
No, it's
but
okay.
well, first of all, how you doing? Good. How's the band?
Good. The band's really good. Kahi and Rich doing really good. The band's rocking. We got a lot of cool things happening. And through the pandemic, I guess, I rekindled, whether out of necessity or, you have to. They were like, Bobby, if you want to perform, you can. We can't have anybody else on the stage. They got to stay. The nearest person to you has to be 10 feet away from you. The initial, right, going back to performing. I was the very first musician back in Waikiki, the very first one. So the news came down and we all talked story. What does it feel like? And it was like wild, you're just kind of driving into Waikiki and there's like nobody around and like a loa tumbleweed go by, and I'm like, this is bizarre. It was surreal. So being out there and singing and I started to really appreciate my humble beginnings of being just a solo artist. And that's what I learned from Raymond Kane was, and he always told me, hey, you know what, Bobby, someday this is what's gonna carry you, being a solo artist. Nah, it's about the band. I love my band, and I'm very blessed to have this band. I love doing. He said, yeah, I understand that. But at the end of the day, he always says, you and Mama, you and my, how he did. He had a band. Uncle Raymond had a band.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was him and Auntie Elodia that would travel around. They would sing together, and you can rely on that, he said. You can always rely on that. Not that I can't rely on the band. It's just there are times they're not available. What do you do?
Dennis kind of told me the same thing.
Really?
He said if you can hold a show by yourself, then when the band comes in, it's just going to add to, but you have to be able to hold your own, first.
It's not easy to do.
Not quite the same, but he was really
it's exactly the same. I totally understand that, because it's not easy to do. To do 2 hours, to get a captive audience for 2 hours, to say, yeah, I want to sit here till the very end. And you always want to leave an audience wanting to see you again. You never want to be like, okay, been there, done that, somebody else. No. When can we see you again? That's what you want to hear.
That's why I keep my sets to 25 minutes. Because I'm super good about 25 minutes.
And that's fine. We all have our, we all have our place, in where we need to be, when we need to be there. And it doesn't, and that's a beautiful thing, is it's not easy to do. I'll tell you what's really hard. I was up at the Grammys Museum this past year, and I've done this for 7 years. I go up, and I'll never forget the first year I did it, though. Alan Yamamoto, you guys know Alan.
Of course.
Alan says, Bobby, he was president of the Hokus and stuff for everybody out there. He's a great, great guy. And so he says, hey, I want you to meet me at the Clive Davis Theater, which is in the Grammys Museum. I said, okay, at 10 a.m. I'm like, okay, why? No, just meet me there. I'm like, oh, I don't like playing this game. Why do you want me to go there at 10 a.m.? Oh, I want you to do a workshop. And I said, okay. I'm getting to, and you're not going to tell me. And on top of that, I said, okay, workshop. You got to ask the correct questions. I said, with whom? He said, they're bringing in inner city kids. You're going to talk to them about Hawaiian music. And I'm like, wait, what? So from kindergarten to high school seniors, they're going to come in, 200 of them, and they're going to sit there and listen to me talk. I said, okay. I said, Alan, I hope y'all don't do this. How long? This is like a 10-minute. I mean, I can do 15. That'd be awesome. Yeah. No, an hour.
Hour.
John, an hour to keep the kids engaged. So I get there. This black guy, Skyler, good guy, good solid brother, head of the museum. Bobby, man. I'm like, bro, I'm freaked out. These kids, I don't know them. They don't know me. I get Mexican kids, black kid over there. I get all this guy. What am I going to talk to him about? Don't worry, Bobby. I'm here with you. Don't worry. I'm going to talk to him first. So it's not only you, it's me and you. Oh, thank God. I said, so look, just take your time back here. I'm going to go out and I'll let you know when we're ready. But just go sit down. I said, okay. He goes out. He goes, hey, everybody. How you guys? You guys ready to see Uncle Bobby? They're like, yeah. Okay, here's Uncle Bobby. And walks off the stage. Of course. I'm like, I walk out. He goes, high five, man. I'm like, no high five. No. I said, what do I? Get out there, Bobby. They're waiting for you. So I go there. Hi, kids. No agenda. Nothing. Devon.
Yeah.
It humbles you really quick to see these kids looking up at you, and you ain't changing your coat to put on a sweater and changing and becoming Mr. Rogers. You're not doing that. You're just there to talk to them about Hawaiian music. So I had to be quick on my feet. I'm like, okay. I look out there, and I'm going to do some Hawaiian music for you guys. And they look at me like, okay, So I played a song, showed them how the guitar can sound in Hawaii, right? Okay. Then I was like, wait a minute. I said, look at Uncle Bobby up here. I'm a white guy, yeah? Playing Hawaiian music. I'm in the middle of the ocean, playing a culture or playing music for a culture that I don't even have the blood for. But because of this culture took so good care of me, I want to take care of it. And I said, like you guys, I see all the ethnicities over here. You see a Mexican kid over there. I don't know if that's right to say, but hey, Mexican kid over there. See a black kid over there. After we're done, I want you to talk to him. Talk to him about his food or his music or his mom and dad. Talk to him about that, where his family's from. Maybe you can meet them. And you Asian kid over there, I want you to meet that white boy over there. And you guys go talk about your food and maybe you guys can sing together and play. It'll bring us closer together. Because when you look at my band, I'm Portuguese German. Kahi is Filipino, Hawaiian, Portuguese mix, poi dog extraordinaire.
Like 18,
and Richie is half Mexican, half Samoan. So talk about a diverse ethnic background. But when we come together, we make beautiful music. Yeah. And if we can come together more, and the nation is like kind of crazy right now. So I said, look, they call me Koko Ole. Koko is blood and Ole is none. I have blood. Yeah, I have blood, but not of Hawaii. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter, man. It's where is your passion? This culture took care of me. I take care of it. And you pay forward that way. So I got off stage, and the black guy, after I got done, I took pictures with every kid. I stood by the door. I hugged and kissed every kid that left. I hugged and kissed them. They, Uncle Bobby, I love you, I love you, I love you. It was amazing. It was amazing. So the guy, Skylar, comes up to me and goes, man, you're going to be doing this every year, Bobby. You're going to be doing this every year. 7 years. So they call Alan. They say, Alan, we have an exhibit, right? Hawaii has an exhibit at the Hawaii, this museum. The first one was Slacky. I played a little Slacky. The second year was groups of Hawaii. I'm part of a group of Hawaii. The third year was falsetto. I sing a little falsetto. The next year was groups that built and takes care of Waikiki. I've been doing that for. They can't get rid of me. So then they didn't have. No. Then they didn't have an exhibit, and they said, Alan, we will still host Hawaii to come up if Bobby can do the talk story with the kids and have the workshop.
Has your speech evolved, or is it the same message?
Oh, heck no. I bring 3-4 guys with me now. I don't do the whole thing by myself. I brought Natalie Aikamaʻu with me. I've taken Kalani Pe'a when he was up to talk to the kids. Awesome. I wanted Johnny Valentine when he came up. He didn't, but I wanted him because with Bruno, the whole connection, letting the kids know, if you got a passion for the arts, follow it. Look at what my nephew has done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, it's just a lot of times we feel regimented in being able to go through school, and then you go to college, and then you do a practicum somewhere, and then you go work for a company, and then you put it in your IRA, and you graduate from that someday and you retire, and that's your life. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be other than. Mm-hmm. We live that, you guys. We live other than. We definitely are other than, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of them watching this don't realize that it can happen. It's okay to be a part of this life, even though it's unorthodox.
The next one, you should bring John. Yeah. Because then you bring him on stage and go, look, this Asian guy. Okay, John, sing.
Yeah. Amen. That's exactly it.
They'll be like, wait. What?
Yeah, they're gonna be, whoa, look at this beautiful. I mean, you would never expect that voice coming out of this. Well, he's a beautiful man, and I would. But for those of you that don't know how beautiful voice this guy has, it is true. But he's not just a pretty face, okay? So, but it's a huge part in sharing the culture through music, and to me, it's very, when you stand up in front of people and you're humbly bringing music, people put down their guard. They really do. You're not there to preach to them about religion or politics or otherwise. Look, man, I'm just here humbly to talk to you about where I'm from, who I am, my heart. I'm opening myself up to you. 99% of the people get it. They really do. They're like, hey, look, give this guy a chance. I mean, he's here just talking about music. He's not trying to sell me Tupperware, I mean, it's that Hawaii thing. It's the aloha that you put out there, and people really, really, really get it.
Well, and that's why I think Bobby, a favorite entertainer award and all that stuff. I think people feel that in you.
That's it means a lot. Being able to, we all sing, we all play. Great. There's so many better singers and guitar players than I am out there, and I understand that. But what I want to do is, the entertaining part. The being able to speak on stage, to being able to convey what I want people to know about my culture, my music, where I come from, my path, where I want to go. That part I learned from my mom and dad, and that just comes from my DNA.
Yeah, and I if I'm thinking I want to have a good time, go see Bobby Moderow.
Yeah, and that's
gonna
a great
be a good
thing.
time.
That's a great thing. Being able to have people. When I go to initially when I first went to go see music, I'd go see Peter Moon. This was 87, 88, we'd start going out and see music. I graduated in 85, so I was, and the ranch house was right down the street from me. I'm from Ainahaina, right? So the ranch house was right down the street, and I go see Peter Moon, and I sit there and watch these genius musicians, Makaha Sons, and all I wanted to do is, I want someone to feel what I'm feeling right now when they leave a musical performance. They taught me more than anyone could, and I'll never forget being at the Andrews Amphitheater. Peter Moon put on a show called the Kani Kapila. It was called Kani Kapila at the Andrews Amphitheater.
I think I was there. Was this in the 90s?
Yeah.
And I had Iz.
Yeah. And what was with Makaha Sons of Ni'iho? Makaha
Sons and Iz, they're on the same bill, right?
This was pre-Iz. The one that you went to, Iz did perform, but that was by himself.
Yeah.
That was. This is before that, and they just came out with Ho'oluana, the album. First time ever. I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, who's now my wife, and we're sitting there, And he said, "Oh, we're gonna try this song on you guys. We're gonna record them." Ooh, ameha, meha. And I'm sitting there, and it's not me. You're buzzing. Guys, I sat there and I listened to this, and tears started I started weeping. I mean, it was like, music has been very, very, very special to me. My mom and dad, my mother's from the Big Island, sang beautiful music, country music, and my dad is here, played the most beautiful radio. That's it. And just instilled in me why they loved music so very much. And so to be there in that place, in that space, at that time, to feel this, what these guys, these genius musicians, once again planted that seed in me, wanting others. So when I sing Sanoy, or I sing songs from our Mo'i, from our Queen and our Kings, and I sing these songs, I'm a curator. I'm just taking care of this music to pass on, so that others may share it with that generation that's going to be coming up.
Man, you heard that legendary song for the first time performed
right in front of me, brother.
In front of you.
It was like, and that's the beauty of music. It's almost like, I liken music like a magic trick. You know, like you go see Siegfried and Roy.
Thinking about that.
It's music is a magic trick.
I've really been thinking about that.
It's true,
really.
John. It's so true. So you understand that, right?
Well, because I've been watching these magicians on TikTok or Instagram and stuff, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm like, music is kind of like a magic, because
it's a magic trick.
Because people are sitting there like, how did he do that? Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is so weird.
I think I was second or third grade, and they brought in a music. I was up at Wailupe Valley Elementary School, up in the back of the valley, and I'm sitting there cross-legged and with my other student, and this guy comes in. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he played. I know it was a guitar. He sat there and played, and I told myself, and I'm a little boy, and I'm looking at that like, wow, it's like a magic trick. How is he? Where's all that sound coming from? How is he doing that?
Yeah,
it's wild.
So,
and no one's ever gets eaten by a tiger if I play.
If you guys didn't have musical talent, you guys would be musicians. I mean, magicians.
Magicians.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be?
That's so weird. We're like totally on that same wavelength. Because
Right. Now you gotta learn the musicians like movements and stuff. When
magicians.
When somebody asks you, how do you do that? You don't need answers. You just go like,
yeah.
and just walk off stage.
I walk off stage.
Make a rabbit come out of your guitar. And then
Yeah, John the Amazing. Yeah, that would be so cool, bro.
Scarves out of your mouth.
By the way,
out of the guitar hole.
But actually, John, you're a magic trick in and of yourself. As soon as you start singing, people go, "How?
yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Yeah.
Come on,
You're right.
That's why after you power, you just gotta go.
Ooh. And walk off.
Stage. Just walk off stage.
I love it.
Yeah.
You need a top hat and a cape.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my new thing.
Don't even speak. Only sing
No,
and gesture.
no.
That's it.
That's super
Yeah.
cool. That's to me why music has such an appeal to so many people,
Yeah,
because it seems so elementary. And I never realized it till I started teaching. I taught privately for a long time, but when I was out UH West, and I'd have students come out and I'd be like, okay guys, this is what we're gonna start this first day, yeah? So we're gonna do is we're gonna just get the bass going, yeah? Just get the bass going, yeah? And then next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a brush. Just do that. That's it, guys. All I see is staring eyes and crickets, and they're like, we have no idea what you're doing, Bobby. And I'm like, I just showed you. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
You kind of forget the first few days that you picked up the guitar. Because I remember I couldn't even vamp, on the ukulele. Like I couldn't. So I remember those days.
We soon lose that, become numb to it. We assume everybody can do it. Everybody knows that magic trick. They don't. And that's the beauty of music, and we're all at different levels. There's a song called Kealoha that I first learned from Uncle Raymond. The first day I sat down with Uncle Raymond, I learned this song. And I learned the whole song. I sat there and I learned the whole song, that one lesson from Uncle Raymond. That following week I came back and I played it for him. He goes, okay, next song. I'm like, wow, are you serious? He goes, yeah, you got it.
But is that in you guys' personalities that you guys have to learn it, perfect it, and keep trying it until it's done? Because I know you used to tell me, I'm not going to go sleep until I learn this song tonight. Right?
It's one of those things like my family probably goes crazy because like I'll come up with like a little ditty. I'm like, ooh, I like that. and then I'll play it nonstop for like a week and a half straight,
Oh my gosh.
over and over again,
Yeah.
because I want to get it perfectly. I want to be able to just play it. Like I can't. And so when I was learning in the beginning, I'd learned the Kyle Crater Boys stuff, right? I'd be like, okay, so I'd play it, and I'm like, I missed it a little bit. So I play it again, and then I'm like, I got to do my homework. So I have my homework, but it'd still be irritating me that I couldn't play it without making a mistake. So I'd go play it again. I got to do my homework. I go back to my homework, but it's still on my mind. It's like a obsessive compulsive obsession.
Yeah, kind of. But are you like that too?
Oh, I'll never forget when went into studio with Dave Tutserone. Dave recorded all of our albums, celebrated the only one that's won a Grammy. Brilliant
Dave
man.
has been on the podcast. You can check
Yes,
that
he
out.
I love Dave. I love him so much. He's just a great guy. I was playing and think I'm the guitar slinger in town, young boy. I was out there. We were at Studio Kahala. You remember Studio Kahala?
I remember Studio Kahala, yeah.
Rutledge's place.
Yeah.
That's a whole story. Oh my
Yeah.
God, how long is this? But so I'm playing and he goes, Bobby, can you come in the studio, the control room? I got to talk to you. I said, okay. Yeah, have you worked on it? And I said, yeah. You heard that? Wow, man, yeah. Awesome. And he goes, yeah, you got to work on it. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, Bobby, you see all these buttons on this board, this console, the console board? Yeah. There's no one button to say, okay, Bobby's going to sound good now.
Wow.
But if you guys know Dave, that's how he is, like
Yeah.
East Coast, punch you in the mouth, but he's right. He said, you hear, Bobby, when you hear Barry Flanagan play, you hear James Taylor play, there's no button for them. They are that good. When you hear them on the recording, they are that good. Become that good. Become that good. And I'm like, wow. It really. So as much as I thought I was really getting into the nitty gritty, I was just getting to the nitty. The gritty came later.
Oh.
So he was the one that said, no, Bobby, you need to study these guys. You need to see what takes to become a great, great, great musician.
When you were in a studio with him, did you know his reputation of being like that already, or were you surprised?
His everybody knows Dave Tutserone. Everybody has that. And he's right. It's just Dave. It's just
You can't argue with his ear, right?
Yeah.
Now,
the guy
He just goes,
he's got a
"See all
golden
my-
ear.
See all my awards."
Awards, yeah. Yes, they don't just hand those out, on the corner for free.
Yeah.
So he really, the guy is amazing. He really is. And you can see a lot about him. You can.
Yeah.
A lot of people do. But you still go back to him.
Well,
Yeah.
what is maybe one thing that you can share that you discovered? Because it sounds like he didn't tell you exactly what you're doing wrong. He just said you just sound better.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
in your ear, you thought you were fine.
in my ear, and it's all objective. I mean, my music, your children are always the most beautiful in the world, and others may say, hey, brah, I mean, no one has ever said I got ugly kids, but I'm just saying that you believe that your music is just right. My mom told me it was just right. My mom heard it and said it was beautiful. She can't be wrong. Well, it could be better. And sometimes people don't want to tell you that. They're your friends, they love you, and they respect you, and they're like, nah, that was good.
but Dave typically do give some feedback, though. He'll say what you're doing wrong.
Yeah,
He'll say
yeah.
your pitch is off,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not on the click. Or
Yeah, but okay. So explain to me, because I don't play guitar. So if you're off pitch on a guitar, doesn't that just mean you're not?
Not that.
It
No.
would
Or
be
just
off,
your singing.
maybe off your click. Like
Maybe
you're
you're
not
off,
playing on
you need your timing tighter,
Oh,
or
okay.
you got to be cleaner in picking. You need more of a melodic, right, sound
Yeah.
to your music. You need that, and that's where that objective. He can sit back and be that guy from Kaimuki that's driving into work, listening to us on the radio. And why would he want to listen to you? It's because it has to be melodic and has to capture your soul. And that's what he's always wanted me to do musically. And it takes a while, and like you said, you'd work on the same thing for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a year to get it just right. Music, a lot of people don't realize it's revolutionary, not evolutionary. What I mean by that is music evolves. The more you play it, you just a millimeter better, a millimeter better. Millimeter better. It just takes a long time to connect all the dots. It's never you wake up and you're Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
You don't wake up and you're now Barry Flanagan or Makana or any of these great guitarists. Led Ka'apana. That guy's been doing this for 65 years.
Well, and the guitar is basically, soldered to his body.
That's all. He is an appendage.
Yeah.
It is a part of.
I've never seen him without the guitar.
Never ever. He is music.
Yeah.
He is the guitar. That's who he is, and he owns it.
Mm-hmm.
He's owned it. He's like, no, I am. He is music, and you can hear it when he plays. It's a part of himself you take with you, and that's a hard thing, being a musician.
So you think I'm obsessive?
Oh, it's
lead is like
Oh no, on a whole nother
he's on
a whole nother level. And when it comes to the music and why we love what we do, I could never. I mean, I try to practice as much as I can because I really do enjoy it. I do enjoy. I do.
I hear a dog.
I do love music. I love being able to be a part of music. I love sharing music. I love giving music away because then to me, once again, you're planting a seed into that next generation to understand why traditional Slacky guitar has to be upheld. It has to.
Okay,
I have a question
okay,
for both of you. Because you guys come from the old school way of learning it correctly, recording it the right way, and all this kind of stuff. Do you think nowadays technology has evolved into a point where people aren't as OCD or as tech as skillful as you guys because technology replaces some of those skill sets in recording?
I think in a way yes, but it's just different. It's an evolution with the times, right? Because nowadays some of these younger kids are doing music for the internet, right? And that's a whole other animal.
So you only gotta play good for 30 seconds.
Yeah, because you're looping stuff, and so it's more than just you're learning technology plus an instrument now. Where before we were just learning instruments, so it's just a totally different.
And now you're not recording an album; you're recording single after single after single too. So it's easier to concentrate on that one song than an entire album.
Well, and I tell my students, never ever compromise your talent for how much money you can spend on getting loopers and samplers and all this kind of stuff. To me, the true genius musician, give him a guitar, put him on a chair, and say, play for me. Oh, but wait, no, I gotta plug it. No, don't plug anything in. What can you do with one guitar? And not, I know not everybody can do that, and I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just saying, when I go see James Taylor, I want to see him with one guitar because I feel that's the true magic. You're not hiding behind anything. I'm not hiding behind my effects. I'm not hiding behind my looper. I am playing what? So whenever I'm super old school. When I perform, I do a song called Kaleo Hano, and at the end, so it's in Dadgad, and then I'll slack a string while I'm playing. And you gotta get right to where you.
While
Because these aren't
playing?
locking tuners.
Yeah.
While I'm playing, go slack it down to G from A, right? Go down to G. Play, and I'm playing with one hand, and I turn away from the crowd like this, so all you see is this, and you're hearing all this music just going between G and D. That's all I'm doing. But people are like, that one hand slacky thing you do, Bobby, is amazing. I got a guy come up to me and he's looking at my stuff. Yeah, everybody goes, where's your looper? And I'm like, what do you mean? Where's your looper? I said, I don't have a looper. How did you just do that?
Can you sample it right now?
This is my looper. Oh, well, it's
While he's doing that, I'll tell the story about not only do guys slack the key, but I'll never forget Dennis Pavao and his lightning fast capo moves.
Oh man, that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Because once you lift it, it mutes the string.
Yeah.
And you gotta move it up.
He'd be like, he'd be like, oh, what is that? Or whatever song he's doing, and he would
boom.
He would just go, boop, and then he'd play, and it's like, oh my god!
And it's spot on. I mean, to move it that fast,
Yeah.
it's easy to overshoot or under.
Yeah.
No, that guy, he did a lot.
There's a rolling capo now. You saw it.
There's a roll.
That's what I want.
It's pretty mean.
You just roll it right up.
Yeah.
That I would
He
like
never
to
had
do.
that
you
back
just
then.
move it back and forth.
But
Yeah, it stays on and it rolls.
Yeah.
It's actually got springs, and you just pull it up back and forth. It's a round. It's a cylinder, and it rolls on your strings. Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but just to have, just to. And you just. and just keep that going, but it's being dedicated to that pattern, being dedicated to being able to just keep that. I got my picks on to do it, but it's just you making the guitar sound, and when it's big, the sound is big, and you have this sound system to plug into to have that kind. It just gives it's dynamics. Music's all about dynamics, and especially if you're playing solo.
Why did it sound different when you turned the guitar backwards?
Yeah, because it's now bouncing, and it was actually being.
You heard the difference.
It's amazing, and that's how you get the different sound, the tones, the timbre of the instrument, and that's the beauty of being one man in the guitar.
That's why I always make him play the broken arm.
The broken arm.
The broken arm.
Yeah, that's always fun too. Everybody digs that.
Yeah.
That's all just to show off, but once in a while you
works for me.
It's always fun.
So Bobby, let's talk about Slacky. What is Slacky to you? Because everyone always asks, what is Slacky? Is it just tuning to an open? I'm like, no, it's not the tuning. But it's hard to define exactly what Slacky is, you know?
Slacky is definitely, wow. I mean, you can't really put, the definition of Slacky guitar is cultural music from Hawaii that predates the blues, predates a lot of popular music from America. And I firmly believe, you guys know Kylan Reese?
No.
Kylan is an amazing man who's a historian, guitar player as well, luthier. And he is so cool because I work with the Martin Guitar Company. This is not a Martin guitar, but I do work with Martin Guitar Company. And the Kealakai model is a beautiful guitar, which is this size. Now, this size guitar pretty much happened at Martin. They developed this size.
Bobby's holding up a regular dreadnought.
It's a regular dreadnought, and Martin invented this. 30, 31, and they're the most sought after guitar shape in the world. The Kealakai was built prior to 1930s. They're all smaller guitars like those. Smaller parlor guitars, they call them. So they didn't get much bigger than kind of a large ukulele almost. Yeah, not very much smaller than this. The Kealakai model was this size, built in 1908. And he had Martin Guitars built him this guitar. The Hawaiians, I mean, brilliant people when it comes to so many things, but music, he just knew what he wanted. He knew what was needed as far as a guitar. He had them build this guitar. Slacky guitar, predates all of that, because we're talking, late 1700s, early 1800s, right? So the first vaqueros came over, and the Spanish cowboys, and they sit around, they play this beautiful instrument, playing, unbeknownst, knowing that the Spanish cowboys were listening to this too, took this back to the mainland. And so they brought the guitar, but then they took the music back to the mainland, played it. And you know how we were talking about the vamp, between the songs?
Yes.
When you listen to blues, that's some of the oldest music in America. If you notice, they sing the same verse twice, and in between, they have a vamp. It's the exact same structure as Hawaiian music, but came much later. So a lot of the template of who and what we are here musically was used by America to then become what we call today as popular music. We've given so very much from just. That's why it's so beautiful that the acoustic guitar has never gone away. We see styles of music come and go. Even acoustic guitar too. Not until the '60s it got real popular again with the folk, renaissance, and then with Hawaiian music, and now where we are, it's just still has such a prevalent place in Americana history. And I mean, I'm looping Hawaii into all of that as well. But Slacky guitar gives, once again, a history of Hawaii where a lot of the times people never wrote history things, reasons why wars happened, love happened, whatever. We never wrote it down. It was written in song. So through antiquity, we lost through a lot. We have lost a lot. But the songs that endured, that we love, are nothing more than stories from these people that actually lived. They weren't just random words put together. There's a huge reason why. So Slacky guitar gave us that platform to now tell me about your family. My grandpa taught me this, and he wrote this for X, Y, and Z. All of a sudden now you're a part of the family.
And that's what's interesting about Hawaiian music a lot, because we have a lot of place songs, right? Songs about certain areas.
Yes.
And that's to perpetuate the stories of that town or
Where that family came from.
family or whatever. Yeah.
And it may be a place you would have never ever thought of or never knew the name, Miloli'i or any. These are places that are remote, way in the. You may never ever go there in all your life, but you know the song. Miloli'i akune aula, about a boy that lived there in this little fishing village and never left, and all of a sudden he leaves and he goes on an airplane and he comes here and he goes to San Francisco and he rides on an elephant. He comes from a little village in the middle of nowhere in Miloli'i. But he wrote the song about this. All of a sudden now we're all on the voyage with him. That's cool.
I never been to Ulupalakua.
You never went up Maui?
I learned the song before I knew that place existed, you know.
Yeah, that's...
So the alternating bass line is not a requirement to you for it to be Slacky?
So that all depends who you talk to, and once again, it's very opinionated on what makes traditional Slacky guitar. My school, where I come from, yes, it's imperative. You have to master the bass. If you're learning from Uncle Bobby how to play Slacky guitar, we do not move on until... Just do this till you puke. And then you know what you do after that? You just go up. Then you do it till you puke again. That's it, just this. This is the root, we call it the bed. The bed of all the music. Then I'll have you just do a nice, so once you get this, it sets the tempo, right? It sets the tempo. It gives, once again, that bass, that low end that keeps the music together, yeah? Then I'll have you just do a brush. Sounds simple, but brah. It's like, and like Uncle Raymond said, when you play Slacky guitar, you gotta have two brains, one for the bass and one for the high strings, to be able to tap your head and rub your belly, that whole, being able to do. But it's one collective, perfect sound. I can sit on the couch and just play that. And that's the beauty of Slacky guitar. What level do you want to take Slacky guitar? Do you want to get to where you're like playing ripping kind of stuff, Uncle Led kind of stuff? Or do you just want to do that? Because it all sounds beautiful. You just sit there and just, if it's done, it's all right there. It's a collective, just that beautiful sound. So, and now we're playing stuff. Uncle Raymond wrote a lot of this stuff, back in the 30s. So I was always, and I still am, an advocate for, don't mess with it. Because I'd play and I'd add a note here and there, and I'd look at Uncle Raymond. How was that? I went and I would make him better, yeah? And he'd look, you just did what? You and junk it up. Don't do that again. I'm like, you would tell me, don't junk up the music.
I think part of it is the simplicity of it too, right?
It's a huge part.
See, okay, but if you're talking about the simplicity of the act of it, and again, I do not play guitar. I mean, I've strummed and stuff, but if you're playing traditionally, you're playing a guitar. It's just you're strumming from that bass string all the way down, right? Or you're going up. Right. Whereas Slacky changes it to you're picking at one thing to solidify a bass, so it's playing something underneath while you're trying to do the other.
It's two parts. It's like this. So you'd have this. But that's the melody, but there's nothing there. Once you add
the picking.
just now all of a
It
sudden.
seems more like the mentality of playing like a piano, right? One hand is playing the other, and
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Kind of, sort of.
I would say that.
You have that.
And I kind of like what you said earlier before we started was like, reggae has a kind of like a beat to it and stuff. And similarly, Slacky has that.
It does.
It does. You hear it because it's got a certain rhythm that it follows. And so you're currently playing in G, open G tuning.
Tarot patch.
Devon, can you hand me that tailored one? Oh wait, shoot.
This one right here.
Yeah, this.
That's one that you were using earlier.
Okay. Yeah. So even between the tunings, there's differences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you showed us a G wahine, what is that? Because that's your.
That's the slacked.
Huh?
So G wahine.
Yeah. So he's just gonna change one string.
But it's also too. It's the fact that he goes wink and just turns the thing, and you know exactly. You know what I mean? That's a trip because most people, like when you're watching somebody play a regular guitar, nobody does that. If they do, right? You watch Slash play a guitar solo. He plays a guitar solo. There's a different song. He goes and gets a completely different guitar that has a completely different tuning. He brings it up and he plays, and you go, okay. Bruce Springsteen does the same thing. Yeah. Whereas Hawaiian people playing or people who play slack key, you guys are doing it on the fly as you're going, and that's the part I think
that's a tricky thing.
People out.
You guys are like
because you're hearing it,
magicians, bro.
No, because you're not even playing the string. That's the part that's tripping me out because you're not playing the string, but you know this much turn, and that's how much I need to slack.
That's a lot of trial and error.
Yeah,
but you can do it. I've watched you. You did it on that guitar without playing the guitar. Yeah. Like you knew.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell after a while. It's like anything. It's a tool, right? And how well do you know your tool? And that's what it's all about. And
do you find that a new guitar it takes a while to get accustomed?
Oh, absolutely. You got to season the guitar.
Yeah.
It needs to be
because your old ones, I assume you know exactly.
Oh man, the one with the big ass hole in the middle.
Yeah. The ratios are different. So you got to know how far. So you got to just get reacquainted within a new horse,
which is probably why you don't want to get rid of your old ones, right?
No, because I know them. They know me. Yeah, they know me, and it just it's an appendage. It really is. It becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a part of your core. Yeah, and that's the beauty of guitar is being able to do that.
The tuning thing, I akin it to like you ever watch a really good carpenter, and they're like nailing something. They go. Tick bang, tick bang, tick bang, tick, and then the nails are just going in.
They don't even think about it.
Like if I got a nail, I might be like tick 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 tick. So they're so used to it, right?
It is.
So Bob is so used to doing it.
Or like somebody that cooks, watching a good chef, how they just kind of move around the kitchen and they're just it's systematic. They just know what they need when they need, and it's all got to be in certain a time, right? That you throw whatever in. Same thing with music. You have to wait for that time for it to happen.
So, but what I love about Slacky, besides the just this sound is so relaxing to me or whatever, is just within the tunings. There's so much variation. So you're in a G wahine tuning now, which was your mentor's favorite.
Punahele,
right?
yeah.
And so just by moving one string, so he wasn't open to G, so now he just slacked one string, the G string, and now he's got a new sound. So you can play. So it's a little bit different, but it's still slacky and it's still.
Oh, it's still
like you hear it and you think of Hawaii, And then so I have a C6 tuning.
That's Gabby's.
So this is
and Uncle Dennis.
Now, can you, if you continue to play that, can you in your tuning do something with that? Or
I could, but I would go.
Kind of, but I tuned this even half step down.
It depends where he is. So there are tunings that it's a C6, but it's actually a lower C6. He took it down
because I like to do this kind of like.
Yeah, and you can do that.
When the
You
string's
make
a
it
little more
looser.
slack,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
easy to do
you
it
can
on
do
your
that.
fingers. Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
That kind of vibrato, you
Yeah,
kind of work
yeah.
it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I love that.
So,
John, and I'll understand why you buy the same takamine every year. Because I always just tell him, you already own one like that. Why you buy another one like that?
Claro.
Just buy something different. But that's the reason, right? It just fits well for you, right?
well, I'm a creature of habit. And so, like, who was I with the other day? And we're talking about when you go. I had lunch with Dan Cook yesterday, of all people, and he was like, when you go to a new restaurant, or when you go to any restaurant, do you order the same thing every time, or do you try different things on the menu? I said, I order the same thing every time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm that type of person. Like, so I don't.
I only do it because every time I try to venture out and buy something else, it sucks.
And you
just
wish I should have got what I want.
And you watch because like your wife or somebody got the food that you was gonna get, and you go, oh man, damn it.
Totally.
Right?
That's so
Yeah.
true.
So I remember Tracy Torado, the great Tracy Torado. He's been in here. You know, he goes, why don't you get a different guitar? I'm like, well, I like the guitar that I have already. He's like, well, what if what you get is better than what you have? I was like, I don't really need to take that chance. You know, I'm just.
Well, plus you're spending like $2,000 on a guitar that sucks and you never play it.
I mean, it works for you.
It works. You know, for me, yes. I mean, I know what works for me, and I'm not trying to reinvent any musical wheel here. You know, so I know it works. My takamine on stage, they're professional in the studio. I have certain guitars that I'll take in, but I love guitars. They're just sexy pieces of workable art that I can hug and I can embrace. And so that said,
he spends many lonely nights on the road.
I tell you,
he calls his wife like baby.
So it's so bad. So I have 18 at home.
Wow.
And
Wow.
That's a lot. In fact, so we're actually going to renovate my house. I'm waiting for permits. So if anybody knows any hookup with
Oh
permits,
my God! When did you put the
hook me
permit
up.
in?
It's been a year. So
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
going on a
Yeah.
year. So I'm praying these guys get moved. So I mean,
What stage are you at?
they're reviewing the plan.
Yeah,
So
but are you DPP? Are you water? Is it just
just overall, just to say yes, you can move ahead with now the next
because you got to do
process.
demo and then because
Well, it depends on what you're
Actually,
doing.
No, like it's my house. I mean, we're not. It's about 75% of the house that's going to be touched.
Oh, I see.
And I'm so.
we'll talk about this offline
Oh yeah, we're gonna
because
have to. Okay, we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
18 guitars.
18 guitars. and
Each
so-
one has a name and a certain
Absolutely.
sound. And
Everyone has. That's one thing I
got their
want
own
to do.
voice.
I want to do a video about each guitar and how I acquired it, what they're made of, who made the guitar, and why I love the guitar, and so that for my children to understand later, you don't just put a Craigslist and sell it. You make sure Daddy said why.
Yeah.
Why Daddy loved his guitar.
Why Daddy love his guitar
Why
more
Dad-
than you?
No, equally. So yeah, so no.
Why when Daddy died, he's gonna
Daddy
give
died,
his
he's
guitar
gonna
to
So, and each one has their voice. Like if I'm looking for a certain, like if I'm playing a James Taylor sound or a Dan Fogelberg thing, if I'm doing that real traditional Raymond Carney, I have his guitar Loudon, made in Ireland. Yeah, so I have that guitar. It just takes me to a place when I sit there with this guitar and I'll sit down and I'll just play and it just takes me away. It's just an amazing, heavy, powerful, strange thing. And it helps me write. So I have 18 guitars. It's not like I'm just hoarding guitars. I got the first guitar I ever, bought, a Koa Martin, curly Koa Martin guitar from House of Music. Remember House of Music?
Wow, that was your first
yeah.
guitar?
Wow.
Jake was working there, yeah?
Yes, he was.
So Auntie Lydia, remember Auntie Lydia?
Of course.
Everybody, yeah. So I got my first guitar in 1987, a Koa Martin.
Well, Jake wasn't working there in '87.
No, much later.
Jake
Much
born
later.
in 87?
So for me, buying that guitar, it wasn't just buying a guitar. It opened the door to the whole other side of my life. Once I got that guitar, it defines me. I didn't realize that at the time, But I have that guitar. I have the guitar that my grandmother bought my grandfather on the Big Island. He had 7 kids. He had to have a Martin because Hank Williams played a Martin. This was 1957. I think they were on Maui though at the time, working at the dairy. And my grandmother saved up and bought him a little Martin guitar. It's a single O, the cheapest Martin guitar made at the time. I can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of something like that. So
history,
everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Everyone has a reason why they're one of my children.
Yeah.
They're one of my children.
I still have my Explorer Takamine electric
Wow.
when I was in high school playing rock music.
No way.
And I can't get rid of it. I'll never get rid of it because
No
it just
way.
has too much
They
memory.
don't even make the Explorer.
Yeah,
Takamine.
the GXs. Yeah,
They don't
super
even
rare.
make. No.
But I mean,
find
throughout
that.
the years, I look at it and I go, I'm not gonna play this anymore. It's too bulky. But it's like,
so what?
You can't get rid of it. It's just your history.
Yeah.
But I know when I make, somebody gonna look at that and go, oh, Craigslist, we're not gonna do nothing to do with it. You
Yeah,
know?
well, but you hope someone gets it, understands the severity and the gravity of how beautiful that instrument is. That's the thing.
Yeah.
My instruments are gonna have post-its on each one.
Yeah.
I told my family, you can't sell it. I want it to go to certain musicians. You know, Danny Cavallo.
Oh yeah, he'd be good.
I want him to. There's several guitars I think he uses all the time. So I told him, and I tell him, even Richie, my guitar player. I have an Adamus, the black Adamus. I call her La Fonda.
Yeah.
So I play her on stage, and Richie's like, Bob's, bro, I love that guitar, bro. I'm like, oh well, someday, bro, it's gonna be yours. Really? You serious? Yeah. How long I gotta wait? I'm like, what are you asking? What?
Like when you die, fine, I
Calling
get
the
it.
days.
Ripping it from my hand, still warm the body. This guy. So I said later.
Well,
I
he's not
meant
gonna use
later.
this anymore.
But it's those instruments that I wanted to go. I had the opportunity because I'm getting a guitar built. My dream guitar. I'm getting a dream guitar built. So Martin is building me a guitar, and it started at a very high price, and it's going way higher. But it's my one crowning jewel in wanting to have, to me, that guitar that I could never ever own. And I had a chance to own a guitar like this. A friend of mine had one. It's called a D45, beautiful guitar. And he said, you know what, Bobby, take it home with you and play it. So I took it and played it. I brought it back, and I'm like, bro, that guitar. He goes, someday, Bobby, someday. He gets dementia, he passes away. And so I called his wife and I said, hey, that guitar, I know I'll never ever be able to, I want to buy it. And she goes, oh, you know what? I don't think you'll be able to afford it. And I'm like, yeah, but Brada said he really wanted me to have this guitar, and I'd love to pay homage. Whenever I record with it, if you look in the notes, I explain what guitar I'm using and who I got it from. I want to pay. It's got to go to it.
That, yeah.
She said, no. So she sold it to a collector.
Oh, no.
And it probably went just under the guy's bed that doesn't play.
Yeah.
And I felt so hurt because I told myself, oh, my brother, that guitar should have been played. It should have. And I lost my chance. But God came around and said, nah, Bobby, you want one? Okay. So I'm building one right now. And I'm going to Pennsylvania to get it. I'm going to the Martin factory and receive it from them. So I'm really excited.
You should document that.
I want to record something like that. I'd love to do like a from Hawaii
a short
to
story
and bring the guitar back home.
Yeah.
Here. So
okay. Again, total not guitar person. What is it about building a guitar? He goes and buys a Takamine off the rack and just goes,
that's fine. I've got those too.
But for you, what is it the sound that it's making?
It is. It's a certain wood I want.
Craftsmanship.
Yeah, the rosewood comes from Guatemala. I want that. I want the top to be an Adirondack red spruce top.
Okay.
Torrefied like this, very similar to this. And I want it to be, look, I don't do anything well. I play music, I sing, I made 2 beautiful daughters. Well, I had a hand it. Well, not a hand in it, but some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Your wife did the bulk of the work.
I helped along, right? I helped along.
Yeah.
So
you made your contribution.
I want to have a say in what I believe is the supreme, most beautiful instrument that I want to play, and I want other great artists that could never afford playing a guitar like this perform and play on.
Oh, wow.
That's what I want. So, you're paying 25, 30 grand for a guitar. It's like, they're not cheap.
My God.
They're not cheap. But at the end of the day, it lives on, and you get this beautiful, it sounds like a grand piano, like a grand piano when you're playing it. And I tell myself, wow, for Slacky guitar and to pay homage to my mom and dad, to pay homage to Uncle Raymond, who gave me so much. The reason why I'm sitting here talking to you guys is because I learned from these beautiful people, and God gave me this talent to be able to sing and play a guitar. I want to do that, and I want to pay respects to Hawaii through this guitar.
When you get that guitar,
yeah,
what is your intention to do with it? Are you going to perform only on certain special occasions with it? Is that going to be a go-to guitar?
Yeah, that's a
or is that going to be a trophy
question.
guitar that you can hang
I think
on
it's
the wall?
all of the above. It's going to be Island guitars. Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're totally gone. When they first moved from Ward Warehouse, so I know them from growing up. Yeah. So hey, Bobby, we're closing. Do you come on in, and if you want anything, take it. So I come in. They had, when you first walk in, you guys went into Island Guitars?
Mm-hmm.
We all did, right?
I think everybody
when you
did,
first walk in, there was a guitar case with a guitar in it.
Yeah.
I said, I want that. And he goes, okay, but you gotta take the guitar out of it. I said, yeah, no, take the guitar out of it. I just want the case.
Oh.
I took the case, the whole huge 6 foot by like this, glass front, mirrored back. My wife is so understanding. I said, honey, I'm bringing home a guitar this year. What? I said, honey.
That's how you can put them.
So in the living room, the bug is in the living room. So fast forward to just recently. Hey, Bobby, we're closing down for good. Island Guitars. Come on in, take a look if you want anything. I go in, I walk in, got the guitar. I want that. So I took another one. So I got 2 of them. No, but I'm building my music room. And then No worry. I need those permits.
Your wife is a saint, bro.
She is.
Holy
she is
smokes.
such a saint. And I got some other things too, like from there, and like the original sign, the Island Guitar sign.
Oh yeah,
all of that.
that's classic.
I have
you
all
own
of
that?
that. I have all of that. They didn't want it. They're like, we're gonna throw them away. No. So I took all of that, and I got
No
the
wonder
plans
you
for
gotta
my
build
house.
an extension.
We gotta go in.
I got the plans for my house.
We're
yeah.
doing
I got
the-
the plans for my house, and my daughters are looking at it, and they're like, "Wow, Dad, that's what we're gonna do to the house." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Daddy, how come your studio is the biggest room in the house?" And I'm like, "Because it's my house." And they're like, "What is in your room, Daddy? What is this other, like a room?" And it says WIC. What is that? I said, it's called a walk-in closet. I'm like, wait, Mommy's not going to have a walk-in closet? I said, no, after I take all my Aloha shirts out of her closet, she can walk in it. So I'm excited. So I can't wait to have, it's going to be a good size room. You'll be invited. You guys.
I want somebody to document this so I can watch it.
I want you guys, that'd be
And you
super
pick it
cool.
up, yeah.
So we'll see. I'm really excited to be able to have my space because 5 people in this house, a very small 2-bedroom, pretty much 2-bedroom house, 5 people, and I love my whole house, and because of Mom and Dad, I got this little bit kala, so I can make it a house that we can all live in, have all my friends, family like you guys. Because Mondays I do the Rockin' M Ranch show from my house. And it does so well, and I've been doing it 3 years. After
the pandemic.
Yeah, it's the pandemic since Kanikapila Grill shut down because of the pandemic. So I had Mondays, Shanawa was Tuesdays, Kabika Kahiapo, etc. Everybody had a night. Then it dwindled away down to I'm the only one that still does it. And I got to do it because everybody keeps texting me, hey, you going to do them at tonight? You going to do it? I got people on the mainland cannot travel older.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of Wisconsin, it's 17 below zero. I don't want to sing to them. So I've kept it going. So I used to have people come out. I had like 20 people in my backyard. Beautiful backyard. I have a beautiful backyard. And everybody comes out and we party. I do my show and then we party together. We haven't done it. So once this is all done, I'm going to do it again. I'd love for you guys to come out and just
Heck,
be
yeah.
together.
Awesome.
That'd be
That'd be
really
awesome.
cool. Just to
And
be able to be together. I love that sharing.
I'm in the neighborhood too, so it makes
You're
it
right
easy for
there.
me. All right, okay. I don't mean to stop you, but we're running out of time.
Oh my gosh.
So, Bobby, let's do some radio hula and take us out.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, wait. We're in different tuning. Can I tune to you or are you in
No.
to me?
I grabbed the other guitar. This is in Taro.
Oh, yeah. Relative.
Although this doesn't stay in tune that well.
Okay, let's tune.
This is a treat.
We tune because we care.
Magicians.
Magician.
I don't know this song very well,
Oh, you're actually doing a song.
but I know you do.
We can do it.
So I'll start it off because I know the beginning, and then we can go straight into the real guy.
No. Just play. Just
Okay,
play.
so-
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go one more time.
Kill him, bro. You kill him. All right, bro. Nice, bro. Yeah.
Okay. This is there.
Kill him, bro.
Ah.
Yeah. Kill him, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you do the last verse.
Is it last verse?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was cool.
Well, thank you, Bobby, for coming in.
Thank
I
you,
love you
Bobby.
guys. I love you, my brothers,
Love you
man.
too,
Good
man.
to be
Yeah.
together.
It's so much fun. Okay, we'll have you again, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Okay, see you guys.
Hello.